guys, it's your Andrea, and if you don't know me, I am a content creator, student, makeup artist. And today I'll be giving you guys an everyday model makeup routine, a very much dewy look that's very natural, very simple. So let's get into it. So it's not the morning, it's actually late in the evening of the day. So I usually start off, if I have to do makeup at this time of day, I start off with the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Clarifying Facial Wipes. And I basically use these to just clean off my face before I apply any makeup. One thing I love about this makeup look is that it literally works for any type of skin. I naturally have a very dewy face, but as you guys can see, I have acne here and there, and that's okay because it doesn't matter. Now, just to add a little bit more moisture to my face, I go in with my aloe vera. I use this every morning, and it really helps with the dewy glisten. And if this is a product that you want to go and purchase, I would suggest purchasing aloe vera with no alcohol in it, because if you do have any scarring or anything, it can irritate your skin and low-key make your skin burn, which I had to learn the hard way. And then just for a little bit extra dew, because I really like when my face glistens, I go in with a little bit of tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is an oil, it can overkill a bit, so I just put a little bit on my cheeks and my forehead. And then before I go into the makeup, I just set my face with the Mario Badescu Rose Water with aloe and herbs. And now we can get into the makeup. The main thing about models is that they love to keep it natural when it's not like a big dramatic shoot. So I didn't want to go in with any foundation today, but I'm just going to go in with a light concealer. For my concealer, I use the Fit Me Maybelline concealer in the shade 30, which is Honey. I have two shades, one that is my skin tone and one that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and I like to use the lighter one just to go up under my eyes. And when I do my concealer, I do the lifting method where you apply it right under your eye and then a little bit here. One thing I love about makeup is that you can create illusions, so you can really shift your face into any shape that it is not. So whenever I do the lifting method, it just brings my eyes upward. Then I put a little bit of concealer on my acne. Then I apply a little bit down the bridge of my nose, and then a little bit on my forehead. Now, because everything is very light and I didn't have to go in with a lot, one of my favorite things to achieve a still dewy look and very natural is to start blending with my fingers. I do that on the concealer on my cheeks because it's very easy to just go ahead and pat in. And then for under my eyes, I go in a little bit with my hands, but then I eventually use a brush. Then I go in with this very small fluffy brush and continue to blend out my under eye. I then use the leftover product on the brush to just brush it on my eyelid. I naturally have very pink eyelids, so I like to put concealer on them just so that when I add an eyeshadow, it doesn't change the hue. Another thing that I love to do when I do my makeup is contour. I use the e.l.f. contour palette, which is very good for beginner makeup users because it's affordable and they have it at basically any drugstore that you shop at. And I also have these makeup brushes that are little spoons. They help when you're trying to apply the right amount of makeup evenly throughout your face. So I just take it and do little dots along my bone structure. My family has very dominant cheekbones, but I didn't really get them as much. So that's what I like to accentuate on my face. Then I do my forehead because I do have quite a spacious space on my forehead, and I like the illusion of making it seem a little bit smaller. I also like to give my nose a very dramatic, skinny shape. So I contour from my eyes and I bring it down onto my nose. And then I use the light cream to put in the middle. Then I just spray my beauty blender with my Mario Badescu and I just blend this in. Then I go in with my Hoola bronzer just to redefine everything that I just contoured. For this, I more so focus on my nose because that's my favorite part of the makeup, honestly. Then I move on on to my brows. One thing about models and their naturality is that they really love the fluffy brows. And models usually go with the trends, but they also go off into their own type of trends that they create themselves. Something that I like to do personally for my brows is make them fluffy and big. So this is really up to you how you want to do your brows. I'm just gonna show you guys how I do mine. So I start off by spooling them upward. Then I take my Anastasia dip brow and I use the shade dark brown. And my spoolie brush also has an end with a very fine tipped angle brush. So I dip in that pomade just a little bit and I create little hair-like strokes going upward in my brow. Then I take my clear brow gel and I just seal my brows into place so that they don't move throughout the day. Still staying on the natural side, I'm just going to add a little bit of color to my eyelids. So I'm going in with my Morphe 35R palette. And I'm just going to go into this brown shade right here, which is my favorite shade. I'm just going to apply that a little bit into my crease. Also, when I apply it, I flick it upward towards my temple just to create that lifted eye look as well. Then just to add a little bit of color to my eyelashes, I just use a little bit of volumizing and defining mascara. I use the e.l.f. brand because they have the minerals that make your eyelashes grow those fibers to make them appear longer. And now because our face is already dewy, we don't need a lot, but I usually just like to go in with a little bit of highlight on my main areas just to add a little bit of like a shimmer. So I use the Carly Bybel highlight palette, which I've had for so long. That's why you can't even see her name anymore. And I go into the rose gold shade with my finger, rub it together with my thumb and middle finger, and I just tap it on my cheekbones and then my nose and then forehead and chin. And then I take a little bit in my inner corners. Then for my lips, I like to go with something as natural as possible. I have this e.l.f. lipstick that's in the shade Blushing Brown, so it kind of looks like my regular lip. It just adds a little bit of a tint. And I only apply a little bit because I still want my lips to look a little glossy. Then I just add a little bit of lip gloss on top. And then to finish off this look, I just set my face again with the Mario Badescu Rose Water. This is the finished model natural look. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the Catwalk channel if you want to see more makeup tips and fashion tips and other things like that from us. Follow our Instagram. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.